This is the Cloud Seed update dated 24th October 2022. We'll cover the Cloud Seed release, we'll look at the tech media coverage we've had so far, an update on the events and conferences that it's going to be presented in, and the incremental improvements we're working on. October saw the public release of Cloud Seed. On October 11th, it was live on GitLab.com. We announced it and made a public launch during Google Cloud Next 22. And in the 15.5 release that came out October 22nd, it was the title feature. Along with the release, there was some media coverage. We made available a press release and a blog post, which was covered by about 40 media outlets. If you're interested in the specific details, I've linked you to the issues, and you can see some rather mainstream media outlets who have covered it, which is great. Apart from that, a thank you to Nima and Ashley for providing quotations and undergoing or going through all the press work that was needed. So these are interviews and press briefs and the likes, and also for the exec level support that I received. Also, a thank you to Christy and Hank and Amrita and their entire team for organizing and orchestrating this at short notice. This quarter and most of next quarter, that is Q4, the focus will be on events and conferences and getting the word out. So here's a list so far. It's a partial list, but you can see 11th October was the Google Cloud Next event, and that's where it was announced. Last week was on the 21st was also DevFest Nanth, where we performed a community talk and a demo. So it was not me speaking about it, but it was a community member who's contributed a lot, and they were the ones leading the show, which also makes sense because I don't speak any French, or I speak very little French. So this is a French event, and we had a local. This week on the 28th, during KubeCon, there's going to be a lightning talk at the Google booth. There's also some videos, content that's going to be played through. 4th of November, we're targeting again DevFest, this time in Gothenburg, Sweden. 16th November is Cloud Expo Paris. 17th is Google Cloud Day in Antwerp. And probably 4th December in Bari, there's another DevFest event where we get a chance to showcase this. Just a quick summary of the usage so far. We had 6,476 absolute number of engagements. So these are not unique users. These are like absolute events wherein the user went to the project infra Google Cloud link. Out of which 846 moved on to explore the deployment section, and 841 clicked through to the databases section. 194 times the deployment credentials were generated, that's service accounts, and about 136 times regions were configured. 120 times the Cloud Run deployment pipeline was set up, and 17 times a relational database was instantiated. These are very early numbers. I'm not super, let's say, I'm not going to explore this with a microscope in the coming weeks. We're just going to let it grow. We have data for 90 days, 120 days, I believe, like a full year, and so on. So I'll let the data stabilize, and then I'll try to make some predictions of that. But we have people using it, and that gets shown in the incremental improvements. That's going to be the focus as well. So we have people coming in, and some of them are giving feedback via Twitter, some via Discord, but many are also creating issues in the feedback project, and here's a highlight of some of them. So this will be the idea to incrementally improve the offering. I spoke a bit about phase 3 last time, just seeing where we are. So the idea is not to reach out to customers at the moment, given that it's nearly holiday season, and these are like long adoption journeys. The focus instead right now is on doing a lot of tech events and conferences and the likes. Basically, we want to have a focused customer outreach in FY24 Q1, that is after Jan. And by then we'll have several months of running in production. We have already a lot of coverage in tech media and press that we can share with these teams, and we have like a healthy catalog of talks, presentations, videos. Until then, we do a lot of tech events. right? We improve on the first 3 points, and we also try to understand use cases and creating, let's say, a catalog of focus demos per use case, while refining some of the improvement and usability points that have been mentioned. That's going to be the focus, and speak to you in the next update.